Well, hello, and welcome to Thank God It's Sunday. Yeah, it is still Sunday for just a few short minutes, and I am really thankful for today. I made it through a weekend of festivities um, for birthday celebrations starting on Thursday of last week. And then today was Sunday, and I just I believe that, well, God is very strategic and intentional, and He just has created, when He says to gather together and not to forsake the fellowship, it is very meaningful. And today we had a wonderful gathering. Um, and I just really, there's lots of things that we say about church as far as like, that's where you go and get filled up and then you go out and, you go about the business of the kingdom, right? At least that's what that is that's a good, what's the word? I guess sort of not really metaphor, but an illustration. Um, and I think it's helpful. And I think I just realize, especially based on what we talked about today, that sometimes, I mean, it could be even more than we give it credit for, I think is what I'm getting to. And it's because we talked about sort of like the prejudices in early church, and how there were some prejudices about the Gentiles, and they weren't the original people who God revealed himself to, and who were considered God's people according to, the Jews, and the fact that they knew the one true God. But I guess what I'm trying to say is there were instances of people in the Bible not wanting, for different reasons. Well, because there were people of a culture that they were just like, that's dirty, that's, impure, and or those are terrible people because they don't know God, and the things that they weren't following, that people of God at least knew better. Not to say that I always did better at all. um and so, like with Jonah, we all know that story. He didn't want to go to the Ninevites because of, the terrible oppressors that they were to to people who were being oppressed. And he's like, I don't want to go, and then you're going to go have and preach the word of God, and then you're going to have mercy on them. I don't want to do it. No. And he tried to run the other way, and he got caught in that escape, in a whale's belly, basically. God will make God will put on the pressure, is what we were learning about, for us to get into gear, into the place that we are being called to. And I just think, when we think about those prejudices and things, we have them much more than we're aware of, even amongst the people of God. And we sometimes we're like, we don't get as close, I think, because we think we're so different, but from one another, a lot of times, the way we grow up, the whatever whatever it is that makes a distinction, and we don't realize how we are one, and how united that we really are, and how much more we really could be. And I guess, that just really also, and when God's spirit is moving amongst us, how much you can, experience that. And so, it's just an eye opener, and a encouragement to, um, if you're a believer, to don't forsake the fellowship.